It was so funny you said sir and he started looking around like, moving up.
You were my dad.
Hello, welcome to all of you. Thank you for being here tonight for the Spring 2025 Rolanda Chapter Phi Theta Kappa induction ceremony. Now, before we begin, I'd like to take care of a few housekeeping items. Number one, please silence your cell phone so we don't interrupt the ceremony tonight. Also, if you need to use the bathrooms, go out into the foyer and just follow it around to your right and you'll see the access to the bathrooms. And last, but certainly not least, the exits. Now we have exits here where you came in, but also there are exits on either side of the stage, over here and over here as well. So please be aware of that. Now, it is always an honor to be part of this induction ceremony. And I want to certainly acknowledge all the inductees for being invited to join the Rolanda Chapter Phi Theta Kappa, and also for accepting and being here tonight. So that is a very special privilege. I also think we would be remiss if we did not recognize the induction committee and the Phi Theta Kappa advisors who put so much hard work and effort and caring into making this a special ceremony. So would the PTK advisors and the induction ceremony members, the committee members, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Thank you for all your efforts. Now at this time I would like to recognize the individuals on the stage tonight. On the far right here, Dr. Cesar Maldonado, the interim president of Coastal Bend College. And next is Christy Morgan, the dean of academic support. And also a very active participant in PTK, has been for years. Our guest speaker tonight, Mr. Travis Fanning, who is the Beeville Independent School District Superintendent. And I'm going to do this a little bit out of order just so I can address the Rolanda Chapter President and then our Vice President. Kelly Aperone. She is the president of the Rolanda Chapter of Phi Theta Kappa. And then Juan David Valencia Vaca. Juan is the Vice President of the Rolanda Chapter of Phi Theta Kappa. And now I would like to ask Dr. Maldonado to give our president's welcoming address. Thank you.
Thank you for the introduction. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here with you. This is the best time of the year for anyone that's in higher education, an education period, because of all of the closing of the current year and help witnessing the success of those students and then welcoming the next group that's coming in. But PTK has a special place for me, and I want to begin by congratulating the inductees, their families, the faculty and staff, all of those that work in an aligned way to help you succeed. Best calculation I could run, you're about top 2% of the students in community college in the country. That's admirable, top 2% of anything. And then you get into higher education, it becomes even more difficult. So I want you to recognize your accomplishment tonight. You're probably used to winning awards, so this is just going to go up on a shelf with another plaque or another ribbon. Remember that this one is special, and I'm sure they all say that, but this one really is special. You're walking in the footsteps of Gina Davis. Y'all know who Gina Davis is? She's an actor. League of Their Own. She's the tall one that plays catcher. Fred Hasey was an astronaut on Apollo 13. He was with that crew. Wes Moore, the current governor of the state of Maryland. Tricia Yearwood, probably the most recognized name of that group that I just gave you. And all of them recognize the contribution to their success of being a member of Phi Theta Kappa has been to them. So you should reflect on that and help grow your success through your membership. And it's not easy. Right? People will tell you, oh, I could be a member if I wanted, I just had other things to do. We all aspire to success, everyone does. And those of you that make it to this level are really committed. And sometimes the difference between those that make it and those that don't is that commitment. Could be intellect, could be many other things, but a large part of it is commitment. Your resilience to not give up. If it were easy, the room would be packed. It's so important to me that I list the recognition that I received from PTK a few years ago on my short page bio. And I want to read you an excerpt, and it's not because I want to show off. I have accomplished things. When you get to be old, you get to do a lot of stuff. But in my short one-page bio, I recognize my commitment to students. The next word says, and his contributions have been honored by numerous organizations, including his induction into the Texas Tech University Industrial Engineering Academy. That's an academic recognition. And Phi Theta Kappa's Texas Hall of Fame, Hall of Honor. The Texas House and Senate have also recognized him for his educational leadership and impact on student achievement. I include Phi Theta Kappa because it is important to me. Whether it's a large organization that I've been running or a smaller organization, the connection with the students is the main reason I'm doing it. And to be recognized by students, to me as an administrator, is the ultimate achievement. You're not in isolation. Now that you're upon your induction, your network begins to grow if you nurse that network. And network is important. Everyone up here that's successful can't spend hours telling you about their networking and how it does to help, what it does to help. I'll give you a brief story of my nephew. He wasn't Phi Theta Kappa. He was lucky enough to go to Columbia Business School and get an MBA. He was an engineer, graduated from A&M first, which is that's the one that matters, and he went on to some other degrees. But his honors group during Hurricane Maria went to Puerto Rico and established 2 nonprofits to help those communities. That was their graduation celebration. That's the type of commitment that this group makes to the communities that you live in. You go out and seek people that need help and you help them. That's part of leadership. That's part of resilience. And I'll close with a quote from one of my favorite management experts who's passed away, been gone for a little while. His name is Warren Bennis. Wrote many books, and he was a former president of the University of Cincinnati. And he came out of the private sector as a consultant and went into higher ed. Then he left higher ed. I wonder why. It's difficult to lead sometimes. He has a saying that none of us is as smart as all of us. So all of you that are being inducted tonight, remember that you didn't get here alone. It's working with faculty, working with student advisors, brothers, sisters, parents, friends who have supported you through your journey. And as you continue your journey, remember that routine work drives out the creativity. When I say limit your screen time, I don't mean limit your screen time on apps that are teaching you about artificial intelligence or microbiology. Sure, go to the movies, enjoy some of the gaming apps because you do learn from those. But stay connected with what's going on around you. You live in a wonderful, fascinating time with artificial intelligence, the advancements in medicine, in transportation, in science that are going to be a big part of your life is exciting. So make a commitment tonight to celebrate, thank those around you that made the difference, that supported you getting here. Then make a commitment to yourself to not let that routine work drive out the creativity that you have here. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Maldonado, for that amazing welcome. Very much appreciated and very encouraging. My name is Christy Morgan, and I currently serve as the reporting advisor for the Rho Lambda chapter of Phi Theta Kappa, or as we often say, PTK, here at CBC. It is my honor to introduce all of our PTK officers, not all of whom could be here tonight, but we do have 3 with us, and 2 of our officers are helping with the ceremony. As Dean C. Cord already introduced, our Rho Lambda president is Kelly Alajuan. Our Rho Lambda vice president, Juan David Valencia Vaca. Our Rho Lambda secretary, Thelma Ferry, could not be here tonight. Our Rho Lambda public relations officer could not be here tonight, Ricardo Leal IV. And our Rho Lambda treasurer, Daniela Castro. Honored president, members of the board, directors, deans, administrators, faculty, staff, and friends, and most importantly for tonight, our fellow Phi Theta Kappa members who will be inducted. I am pleased to present to all of you these candidates for membership into our Honor Society. These students have fulfilled all requirements for membership and have been selected because they have chosen the hallmarks of scholarship, leadership, service, and fellowship. I recommend them for acceptance into the Rho Lambda chapter of Phi Theta Kappa National Honor Society. Inductees, you are about to be abducted into a scholarly fellowship which embraces community colleges not only of your own state, but of the nation and the world. This fellowship is Phi Theta Kappa, and the chapter you are being inducted into is the Rho Lambda chapter. After induction, you will find among the members an atmosphere of scholarship to which you must give of yourself in order that the organization be meaningful to you. Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. I would like to also at this time reintroduce Kelly Alarcon, who will go over the symbols and their meaning of our Phi Theta Kappa table.
Here's the torch. A symbol of knowledge, which is a servant of wisdom, which lives with care and leads in the way of righteousness during the path of judgment. Here's the white rose. It marks the purity and beauty of life, with its white buds representing intellectual connections. This is the emblem of Phi Theta Kappa. It consists of a golden slab keyed at the top and bottom. The golden color symbolizes the opportunities for society members to communicate their culture and perform good works. Since gold is the most prized of metals, it shall have a further significance to our society, for it shall represent the greatness earned by those who are becoming intellectual leaders. Across the slab, you will see a black band. It represents the three values which unite us, and the personal discipline, which is the foundation for true wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Shining through the background, there are three Greek letters, which are Greek words for wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Behind the band is a wreath. One side is composed of oak leaves, and on the other, laurel. The oak leaves stand for stability and strength of character, as symbolized by the sturdy oak. The graceful curling leaves of the laurel marks achievement and success, all qualities for membership in our society. Above the band is a representation of the head of Athena, a symbol of learning. In the base sits the Greek letters meaning light, the light of knowledge and learning, the common idea of members of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. This badge represents the beliefs of our organization and membership in our select group. The scholarly goals among its members are its truths are embodied in Greek letters, which stand for wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Now that the standards and ideas of this organization have been fully revealed to you, you may now complete the pledge, which admits you into complete fellowship. At this time, I would like to introduce our guest speaker for the evening. Mr. Travis Fanning is the superintendent of Beeville ISD, where he has led major improvements, including the district's first ever B rating and a successful $62 million bond. With a background in teaching and leadership roles across Texas, he brings over 2 decades of experience in education. He holds degrees from Alabama A&M University and the University of Houston Clear Lake, and is pursuing his doctorate at Baylor University. Active in several civic and professional organizations, Mr. Fanning is also a proud husband, father, mentor, dedicated to shaping future leaders. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Fanning.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Let's try this again. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thank you. To the Coastal Bend Board of Trustees, Dr. Maldonado, to the cabinet members, faculty, families, friends, and most importantly, the honorees or inductees, to the distinguished Phi Theta Kappa scholars, we want to say good evening and congratulations to each of you. I don't know whether this is a speech or probably a proposition for a job fair, because I have some of the elite and the brightest in here, and what greater way to shape the world than to become an educator. So if any of you decide tonight or that you want to be an educator, there's a great school district right down the street called Beeville Independent School District. We are hiring. We will start you from where you are and we'll build up from there, but just let me know and talk to me afterwards. So I look forward to these opportunities, especially when you have, what did you say, sir, the top 2%? Who wouldn't want the top 2% working for them each and every single day? So if you're ever interested, you want to go and live life on the wild side, just let me know. And so in all seriousness, they always tell you that when you get a microphone, there's 3 groups of people that you never want to give a microphone to because they like to speak a lot. And that first group is clergymen and women, and I'm neither one of those. But preachers and pastors and all of them, if any of you here, not to offend you, but that's just one of the reputations that you have of liking to talk a lot. The second group is politicians. They say anytime anyone is an elected official, they love to talk and they love a microphone and love to spend time in front of a group of public audience. And then the third group is educators, because we love to talk a lot, especially presidents and superintendents and deans and provosts and all those great people. But I will tell you that I will be as brief as you entertain me, you laugh at my jokes. We can cut this thing in half and be out of here in probably 5 to 10 minutes or less. How does that sound? All right. And so in all seriousness, this is truly a privilege to be here and present to you tonight. Phi Theta Kappa represents the very best of what a community college provides, not just in academic excellence, but in the embodiment of leadership, service, and a commitment to doing something greater than what we can do by ourselves. And I'd like to spend a few moments and talk to you about some of those core values that are embedded through a few stories, a little humor, and a whole lot of admiration for each and every single one of you tonight. So I'd like to start by taking you back to when I was 10 years old and I received my first leadership job, and it was the job of being a safety patrol at my elementary school. Now, it wasn't just any ordinary gig. We got the chance to wear this bright orange belt that went over your shoulders and around your waist. It was very complicated to put on, and now that I look back at it, it wasn't very flattering at all. But basically, this kind of uniform made you feel like you had authority, but also that you had a little swag at the same time. And so our job was to help students to cross the street, keep in a straight line, and make sure that no one ran down the hallway. And even though we wanted to secretly do it ourselves, our job was to enforce those rules. Now, you may look at it and laugh and say, why in the world would this be so important to a fifth grader? But for us at that time, it was better than being the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. So now looking back, it was funny how those early experiences shaped who we become, because what I learned now, reflecting back on that moment, is that leadership does not begin with a title. It begins with a decision to do the right thing even when no one is looking or when everyone is looking, a decision to be an example, to be that exact example of what Phi Theta Kappa recognizes in each and every single one of you tonight. You're not just a GPA, but you're also a commitment to bringing about leadership in your classrooms, in your communities, and also in your future. And so as we talk about leadership, one of the things I want you to remember is that true leadership isn't about being the loudest in the room. It is about being the most present. It is about listening with intentions and with integrity and stepping up when it's not even convenient. As superintendent, I've seen leaderships in many different forms. I've seen it in students who organize food drives, who do bake sales, and programs for differently able students. And those who tutor their classmates after school, those who are quiet leaders and sit with those who sit alone, or those who stand up while someone is being left out. Leadership isn't just for titles or positions. It belongs to those who care and choose to care and take action. You have shared and demonstrated exactly what it takes to be a member for this organization because of your leadership. Secondly, service. Service is one of those things that is easy to talk about, but it's harder to live. We live in a world that says take care of yourself first and foremost, but true service flips the script. It says lift others up and you will rise also. I remember one of my favorite volunteering events was at the HEB dinner that they do each and every single year in Corpus Christi, where they gather and they feed thousands and thousands of people. And it's for anybody who shows up, rather the homeless or people who just want to go out and receive a meal. And for many of those people, they come there and they receive that warm meal. But for myself, my family, and many others who show up, they receive something much greater by doing service. They receive something for their soul. The experience reminds us that service isn't about recognition, but it's about compassion. Muhammad Ali once said that service to others is the rent we pay for the rooms that we have here on earth. And I see that very spirit alive in this organization, in Phi Theta Kappa members, and in each of you. You don't just aim for success, you use your success to serve others. You understand that if you want to change the trajectory of the lives of yourself, the best way to do so is by investing in other people. And finally, let's talk about the academics. We know that you are the top 2%, the elite and the creme de la creme when it comes to academics. But let's be real, college is no joke. It is all fun and games until you have to do a group project, and then you get to find out who your real friends are, or the people who always ditch the work. But you all always stick it through, and you made that scholastic accomplishment by being here today. But despite the long nights, the endless assignments, the tests, exams, and quizzes, and maybe some last minute cramming here or there, you've made it to this point. And for many others, it wasn't just school that you had to balance while you went on this academic path. You were balancing full-time jobs, raising children, supporting your families, and navigating this beautiful, chaotic thing that we love to call life. And yes, you still excelled. You showed up, you pushed through, and more importantly, you've proven to yourselves that you can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, what I remind you today is that your skills are not just academic skills. They're what we call life skills. A strength that will carry you from this challenge until your next challenge. Now, I wish to tell you that once you leave here and you remember that you will not have any more tests, you will not have any more complications in your life, but those things will exist. It will go from being scantrons and online tests to other exams either at work, in relationships, or in responsibilities. And the resilient that you are and the resilience that you've built today, rely on those skills because they will help carry you for the next few years. And so lastly, so what's next? You have the knowledge, you have the heart, and you have a mission. Lead boldly, serve generously, and keep learning. The world needs more people like each and every single one of you that is sitting before us today. People who thrive in excellence, in empathy, and in action. And as you move forward and wear that Phi Theta Kappa name with pride, but not just a title on a resume, let it be a reminder that leadership is a choice, service is a lifestyle, and excellence is a lifelong spirit. And when that day comes that somebody asks you, will you go and perform or speak at an induction ceremony like this, you say, yes, I will, and let it be a reminder too that you will go up there and you will tell them about the story when you was an arrogant, bossy fifth grader and you wanted to be a safety patrol just because you get to wear a cool belt. And so once again, congratulations, Phi Theta Kappa scholars. You are the bright future, not just for here at Coastal Bend College or B County, but for the entire world. We're lucky to have you in our community, and we look forward to your continued success. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Fanning. Now the fun part, we get to acknowledge each one of our inductees. Inductees, I will call your names individually, and you're going to do a couple of things when you get on stage. You're going to enter the stage, come up these stairs here, walk over, you're going to sign the book that's on the podium. You're going to grab a candle. Remember we went over the symbols? The candles are torch, okay? It's supposed to be a torch. So you're going to grab your candle, and then you're going to grab your rose. Then you will exit off the stage to your right, where you will have your picture taken by Miss Emma with their marketing department. And then you can return to your seat, and you can be seated, okay? You'll remain seated until all of the inductees have been announced and gone across the stage. Good, we ready? All right. Elijah Avery. Alia Medrano. Alyssa Albiak. Andres Garcero. Ana Cristina Lopez. Eris Zamora. Diego Samuel. Francisco Mesa. Gabriel Pérez. Ivan Caravaggio. Joe Quesada. Juan Esteban. Juan Pablo Vargas. Judy Castillo.
Leave the school.
Karina Hill. Lila Bird. Megan Moore. Naomi de los Santos. Ryder Brummett. And lastly, but certainly not least, Samuel Gala.
Way to go, son.
Congratulations, inductees. I will now have Kelly Oliver come back up to guide you in your swearing in of the oath.
Now at this time, we will say the oath together. Inductees, please stand and repeat after me. I say your name. Do solemnly promise. On the 24th day of April. To uphold the standards of Phi Theta Kappa. And to keep this object and aim in mind. And I do solemnly pledge allegiance. To my fellow members. And to promise to aid them in all worthy endeavors. It is my pleasure to welcome you to Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society and the lively fellowship of scholar it affords. I salute you for your accomplishment. You may now extinguish your candles, but never let the light go out in your heart.
Hello everyone. First of all, congratulations to each of you for earning your place in Phi Theta Kappa. Being here is not a coincidence or luck. It's the result for your hard work, dedication, and academic excellence, so congratulations. My name is Juan David, and I am the Vice President of PTK Rolamba chapter here at Costa Bay College. Being part of PTK has been one of the best experiences here at the college. Since I joined it, I have been growing so much as a leader, and I have been discovering how meaningful service is to me. Thanks to PTK, I also had the opportunity to attend Catalyst, the national conference, where I had an amazing experience. I was able to attend workshops and sessions that helped me to strengthen my professional skills and connect with people from all over, and live incredible moments during the main events. But the best part of PTK is that it's not just about you. It's about what you can do for others. That's why today I want to invite you to be part of the Honors in Action, one of the most important projects that we have in PTK. Through this project, we can create something meaningful, something that truly makes a positive impact in our community, while learning, growing as individuals, and opening new doors for our academic and professional future. There's a quote by John Quincy Adams that I think perfectly sums up what being in PTK is all about. If your actions inspire others to dream, learn more, do more, and become more, you're a leader. And that's exactly what PTK allows you to become, a leader who inspires, serves, and transforms. I encourage every one of you to find inspiration that allows you to engage with our Lamba chapter here at Costa Bay College and create something unbelievable. Welcome to PTK.
Congratulations on becoming official members of the Rolando chapter of Phi Theta Kappa here at Costa Bay College. And as we conclude tonight's ceremony, I want to leave you with a few parting thoughts. Number one, please remember you are the face of PTK. Your chapter will be as vibrant and as dynamic as you allow it to be. So be active in your membership, contribute to the chapter. Now I want you to look around real quick, inductees, at everyone here. This is a support system. Always remember you have a support system. Always remember that success does not happen in a vacuum. These people are here because they care. They're the ones that provide the shoulder, right, when you have rough times. They're the ones that put up with you when you're cranky because it's finals week, right? They're the ones that are there when you need them. Clearly, you are on the pathway to success. Here you are in front of me. And I would like to say that it will always be smooth sailing. But the harsh reality is some of you will run into challenges, right? And these challenges can take many, many, many forms. But the final thing you really need to remember, the way that this college is organized, it is not just academics. You have an entire population of individuals that care for you, care about you, want you to succeed. A large portion of our resources is dedicated to student success, student support. And what that means is, when you stumble and fall, we are there to pick you up. We pick you up, we dust you off, we put you back on the pathway. Remember, you don't ever have to go it alone, ever. Talk to President Maldonado, Dean Morgan, myself, any of us. That's why we are here, because we're passionate about it. So please remember, a successful individual, they may fall down 9 times, but they get up 10, and we're here to pick you up every single time. So thank you for joining me this evening. This concludes the Spring 2025 induction ceremony of the Rolando chapter of Phi Theta Kappa. Have a wonderful evening.